Aloha to the lahui. Welcome back to Connect the Dots with Jenny. Today we have a Wyatt update. Yesterday, November 20th, Wyatt's father texted me in the afternoon and said, look at this. He was very, very, very upset. He received a letter. He received this letter from John Pelletier. Back in September, Wyatt's parents filed a complaint with Internal Affairs in regards to the way that MPD, the Maui Police Department, have handled Wyatt's case and his investigation, because they haven't really investigated, but we also want it to be a criminal investigation. Yesterday, John Pelletier sends them a certified letter that it's been investigated and he found nothing. And there was no violations in the code of conduct and in the general orders. And what I find most probably troubling is that nowhere in the letter is there any type of empathy, any with my deepest regards, sending my condolences, anything to acknowledge the loss of a 2-year-old baby was completely lacking from that letter. It was a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face, and his family felt it. It was very upsetting. They were very upset to receive that letter because especially you would think that there would be some form of compassion for a 2-year-old baby dying from unnatural causes. We have the forensic pathologist who, thankfully for them, our normal medical examiner was on vacation at the time of Wyatt's passing. So they had an expert forensic pathologist. Just so happened that this forensic pathologist who did the autopsy, the full autopsy on Wyatt, is an expert forensic pathologist. That is wonderful, wonderful news for us. Because this means she was not tainted. She was completely objective. She wasn't in our corrupt justice system. She wasn't already the ME for Maui Police Department. We had fresh eyes. We had new eyes. So that is probably the biggest blessing out of this whole tragic story, this tragic event that Wyatt's family is still dealing with, is that our forensic pathologist was from the mainland. I have a 40-minute recording of Wyatt's parents and her speaking. Okay, so the things I am sharing are factual. There is no question about it. It is her voice. I have researched her. She is an expert witness, forensic pathologist that they will bring in to be used on the stand on cases. So we really lucked out in that department. Thank God we have that on our side, because forensic evidence is the strongest, hardest evidence we could ever have. So mahalo ke ako for that. Thank you. So she says right off the bat that this should be investigated like a homicide. She saw this as very unusual, suspicious circumstances. She did a full, thorough autopsy on Wyatt's body. She also said she cannot complete her autopsy without Detective Greg Katayama doing a full investigation on it and then getting back to her. He has not done either of those things. Since the beginning, Greg Katayama has treated this like an accident. He has not gotten back to the forensic pathologist, so she can't even close the autopsy. So even Wyatt's family is still in this limbo place where they just feel so lost, hurt, hopeless, defeated, because all the things in place, our justice system in place, all the things that you would think was there and is meant to help them is not helping them, is doing, in fact, the complete opposite. So they received that letter yesterday. It was extremely upsetting to Wyatt's family. Wyatt's dad texted me right after opening it and sent me a picture. One blessing I will say that came out of that is I now have a physical copy of John Pelletier's signature, which can be compared to the evidence that he submitted in the Diddy lawsuit that he gave to the Maui Police Commission to clear his name. So I now have a piece of paper that has his fingerprints and his signature on it. So that is a blessing, but that still does absolutely nothing for getting justice for Wyatt. Okay, so the next step we need to file complaints with the police commission. We need to get this on the agenda, and then we need you. We need the Lahui to come out and support, and we need you guys to come and testify. So we really need to get this on the agenda. All right, this is very, very, very important. So the way it gets on the agenda is by Wyatt's parents filing with the police commission. So it opens up the investigation so that it get on the agenda. When it's on the agenda of a meeting, then anybody, the public, the Lahui, can come in and testify on that agenda. What I've been told by the inside source is that, of the police commission, is that they don't have anybody from the public show up to any of the meetings. And so how are we going to hold John Pelletier accountable if the only thing the police commission hears are all the great things from John Pelletier? Okay, so I was informed that we need the community to come in and testify. That is what we need to do. So we'll have Wyatt's parents file the complaint, and when it gets on the agenda, I am going to make a huge campaign to get everybody there. We need everybody there. Campaigning, fighting for justice for this baby Wyatt and for his family who is grieving and who deserve to find out answers and deserve to have the law enforcement be on their side and to actually assist and help them. And they don't have that whatsoever. So that's why we have this page. That's why we have this channel, to blast them, to let people know about it. And then we're going to airing all of this stuff and bring it out into the light so that the whole community can see it. And if we can get national attention, we would love to get national attention on this. We need that, because we need Maui Police Department and the prosecutors to be held accountable, and we need to move this forward. All right. Mahalo for tuning in, Lahui. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Aloha Friday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Aloha.